Oh, sorry. I didn't see you come in. Hi, how are you doing? Thank you for joining me. I was just working on something for next week, but I think I'm stalling, aren't I? You're not here to hear about my video next week. You're here because of my thumbnail. And I get it. It's kind of inflammatory. It's bold. I mean, so you want to hear my opinion on it. But I have to admit something to you. I lied. And I'm sorry. I really am. I don't like lying, especially to strangers on the internet. But I felt that it was necessary to make a point. The truth is, I don't dislike any of the artists in my thumbnail. I actually purposely chose those people because I love them. So why did I make it? Well, I made it not because I want to talk about those artists. I want to talk about you. See, I'm a small creator. Around time of recording, I'm orbiting about 250 subscribers. And my goals are twofold. The first is, of course, to make genuinely interesting videos about storytelling and art and craft and social media and all of the above. But my second goal is to grow. I want to reach more people, and eventually I do want to monetize. I also want to build a community that engages critically with culture. But here's the thing, the internet doesn't really care about the audience that I want to have. It doesn't always reward thoughtfulness. It typically rewards outrage. And that's where this conversation is really going to begin. When people click on an inflammatory thumbnail, they typically fall into one of three camps. The first group is the curious ones. They're here to listen, even if they disagree. They want to engage thoughtfully with the content and ask questions, maybe even leave a comment. Sometimes it's a critical one, but they're always very thoughtful with their responses. This is the best type of viewer, and if you're this type of viewer, I genuinely want to thank you for even clicking on this video and giving me your time. Group two is the haters. They hate the artists that I put in my thumbnail, and seeing a video that confirms their bias excites them. They want the validation, and they came to this video looking for it. Group three is the defender. They love those artists, and they're here to fight me. They are already in the comments of this video before it's even begun. These last two groups are what I call critically online commenters. The cocks are a powerful group, and they're profitable. Cocks fall into traps easily. They are easy to manipulate. They clicked on this video hard-headed only for me to make them flaccid because they don't understand this. The YouTube algorithm doesn't care if your comment is negative or positive, just that you commented. So when you rage under a video, you're helping it. You're telling the algorithm, this video is working, I'm engaged. And that engagement boosts the content. That's how rage bait content is born. There are entire channels that exist solely to trigger you. Not because they believe what they say, but because they know it makes you watch. I learned this the hard way. A few weeks ago, I made a video about Curtis Connor and performative masculinity. The thumbnail was like mildly aggressive, definitely more aggressive than the actual content. The video itself was pretty nuanced, if I'm being honest. I said multiple times that I like Curtis Connor and the commentary community, which is true, but sometimes they dominate a little bit too much space. But the thumbnail is what people actually responded to. And the comments, when they were up, were split into two camps. People who engaged thoughtfully, even if they disagreed with me, and people who I could tell by reading their comments hadn't even watched the video, but they came ready to fight. The result? Listen, I'm a super small creator, like super small, but that video was gaining thousands of views in the first 24 to 48 hours. It was getting rapid growth. And that kind of scared me because when I debated turning off the comments, my concern wasn't about people being mean. My concern was about the algorithm. And I was right. The second I turned off the comments to that video, the views immediately plateaued. They didn't grow past that couple thousand mark, even though it was only on an upward trend, a very large upward trend before I turned off the comments. And that's when I realized I was at a crossroads. I think this is one that every creator eventually faces. Do I choose fast growth, inflammatory thumbnail, and performative outrage? Or do I choose slower growth, honest nuance, genuine curiosity? Because make no mistake, negativity sells. And for a small creator like me, that's really sexy. I had a video where I was just analyzing the showgirl and Taylor Swift. It was a super positive video. That video got 200 views. My one where I was critical of Taylor Swift got 25,000. It performed significantly worse than my critical one. Data for me as a creator is crystal clear. If I want to grow fast, I should more inflammatory. But that's not really who I am. This isn't just about me. This is how we end up with people like Jake Paul or the Kardashians dominating the internet. You might ask, as many people have, how did they even get famous? You are how they got famous. You arguably were a more important piece of their puzzle than their die-hard fans. By clicking and commenting and sharing and talking about it at the dinner table, you built their career. Here's a tricky part, and this is where cocks specifically come in. A lot of people comment on content they hate because they think it discourages the creator from making more of that content, or they think they're setting a boundary online. But in reality, it does the opposite. Every angry comment, every share, every "can you believe this?" quote tweet or whatever the hell, it feeds the content. You give the thing you want to silence a boombox and a microphone without realizing that you're doing it. Ragebait works because it doesn't just hack algorithm, it hacks you. Your brain is wired to notice danger. Psychologists call it negativity bias. Bad news feels more urgent than good news. Thousands of years ago, that instinct kept you alive. Today, it literally just keeps you on TikTok or YouTube or whatever, just keeps you scrolling. When you see a title like "The Problem with Taylor Swift Fans," your body reacts before your logic does. You think it doesn't, but it does. Your heart rate jumps, your thumb freezes, your brain says "threat detected," and it does all of that without you even noticing that it's happening. And because fandoms are tied to identity, a critique of something you love feels personal. Defending it gives you a hit of dopamine and adrenaline. Outrage feels righteous. It feels good. That's why the comment sections turn into a battlefield. Two different types of cock fight for their tribe, but the energy that both of you guys have only tells the algorithm that this is working. So here's my word of caution to the cocks, the critically online commenters. You really hate a piece of content and you want to impact it negatively, ignore it. Don't comment. Don't share, don't engage, because attention is affection, whether you want it to be or not. The algorithm doesn't care what kind of attention you're giving it, as long as you're giving it. And if you feel that the content is genuinely harmful, report it. As for me, I'm just gonna keep making the videos that I fuck with, honestly. And I promise that I'm always going to approach my subjects with nuance and brevity and in good faith. But just for now, be normal in the comments. And if you want to hear me talk about happiness and how that affects art, that's gonna be next week. So see you then. I got work to do, so bye for now.